Bending time and incredible feats of agility have been staples of the Prince of Persia franchise for years. Soon, though, fans can expect much more with the next chapter of the series, Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands.
Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands is a return to the Sands of Time universe in the space of time between the Sands of Time and Warrior Within. It's one of the adventures that the prince goes on in that 7-year gap. This is one of them where he's going to visit his elder brother Malik in Malik's kingdom.
Malik, this is madness.
It's a very desperate situation. The prince fights his way through the army, reaches his brother in time to find out that his brother is going to release the Sand Army in order to save his kingdom. And then the rest of the adventure continues once the army is released.
Releasing the army unfortunately comes with a cost that the prince must now work to prevent.
It's this mythical army that has been locked away in a vault that is released, and now the prince is trying to get that back sealed up in the vault.
Sealing them shut will be no easy task since players must contend with much larger groups of enemies than before.
I think what will mostly be new is things like the combat's going to be up to 40 or 50 enemies at one time. The combat is going to feel very different, I think, from previous Prince of Persia. It's like you've got this many enemies, so the prince had to have abilities in order to suit fighting overwhelming odds. So it's a combat system that has a lot of action and flow to it. You're rolling, you're jumping, you're doing sword combos, you're using your magic powers, all to try to take advantage of this massive crowd of enemies that's trying to take you down.
Not just for combating enemies, element-based magic will play a significant role in traversing the environment as well.
The magic powers are more focused on the elements of nature instead of on time, as they were in Sands of Time. So we're dealing with earth, air, fire, water, all that kind of stuff. This is probably one of the newest things of the Prince of Persia series, is the fact that the magic actually ties into the acrobatics. So we have things like the power over water, where we can solidify all the water in the environment. And so he has opportunities now where there's waterfalls, water spouts, water columns, all this stuff. And so the prince has this skill to make it solid and then climb on it.
With these new features, we look forward to Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands stealing some of our time when it hits store shelves mid-May this year.